Dear students, Namaskar. I'm Dr. Nutan Prakash Vishwakarma, and today I'm here to demonstrate one of the very important topic, especially the students who are involved in the metagenomic related studies. The 16S RDNA analysis we usually do for the diversity studies in the bacteria or prokaryotes, and for bacterial identification means up to genus and species level and strain level also. So what we do, if we take the sample from the environment and if we want to identify the which type of bacteria is present in that particular sample. So to identify bacteria, if we go for the morphological characterization means you go and just put that sample in the microscope. So definitely by the help of the morphology, we will not be able to identify the bacteria. Other biochemical characterization is there, and they are also not enough to go for the nomenclature of the bacteria. Obviously, if you want to identify the bacteria that from which genus or species or strain it belongs to, you have to move for the molecular level. Here we use one concept that is known as molecular chronometer. Molecular chronometer means those sequences which we use as a representative sequence for any particular domain. 16S rDNA is present in all the prokaryotes. The function of that 16S rDNA is also conserved. The length of the 16S rDNA is not too much or nor it is too small. So the length of the 16S rDNA is only 1.5 kb. So if you want to isolate the 16S rDNA from a bacterial sample, what we can do, we can isolate the DNA, total DNA, and then a lot of universal primers are available. With the help of those universal primer to amplify the 16S rDNA, we go for the PCR. If we put the PCR primers, we'll get the multiple copies of the PCR amplicons. So the length is almost 1.5 kb. If you want to identify the bacteria with the traditional methods, the much used technology that is Sanger based method, the main drawback with the Sanger method, or you can say the main limitation of the Sanger based method is hardly up to 800 or 1000 bases only you can sequence accurately. And after that, beyond it, you are not going to get good read. So that we'll see later on. I will show you some examples. With the help of that, you will come to know that approximately 700 to 800 bases you can sequence accurately with the help of Sanger method sequencing. So as I already told you, the length of the 16S rDNA is 1.5 kb, but the limit of Sanger based method is only up to 800 bases. So obviously at a stretch in one time, you will not be able to sequence your DNA. So what we can break your 1.5 kb of DNA in several parts. Individually, we sequence those parts, and that the fragmented parts is known as read, or you can say they are known as contig. And later on, those fragments we can assemble and we can make the master sequence. So this tutorial going to demonstrate that once you send the sample to any company, they do the sequencing, they give you the chromatogram, how you will assemble those contigs and how you can make the master sequence, so that by using those master sequence, you will be able to identify the bacteria, right? So what is the concept of the context? Let me give you, demonstrate with a very simple example. So for example, it is DNA. It is 1.5 kb. It's a 16S RDNA, right? So obviously, only one copy is not enough. So what we can do, in wet lab, what people do, they make the several copies of it. You go for the cloning. Here, for the sake of the simplicity, I'm just making 2 to 3 copies only, although millions of copies are there, right? So now the same copies are present many times. Thrice I am showing you. So since I told you that the length of the 16S RDNA is 1.5 kb, and at a time it is not possible to go for the sequencing. So what we can do, we can break these fragments in small, small parts. See, some parts have been broken randomly. These are some parts of different DNAs. And later on, we can go for the sequencing of these parts. And these parts which you are going to sequence individually, fragments, that we're going to call as a contig. By using these contigs, we can make the master sequence, right? Let me give you some more example. I'm not giving you the ATGC. Say for example, if I have just give you the very simple example, suppose 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, something like that. If I break in small, small parts, multiple copies of 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 is there. If I divide it, if I fragment it, so it is one in one fragment 1, 2, and 3 comes. In another fragment is come as 4, 5, 6. Another fragment if I can make, it is 1 and 2. Another one is 3 and 4. In another fragment 5 and 6 is there. So if I want to assemble it, definitely I will come to know that after 1, 2, 3, see here, if I assemble here, that then you, by using these parts, you can make the master sequence that after 1 and 2, see here 3 and 4. So obviously you can make the master sequence by using it. So you can make, if you solve this fragments, where is the, these are overlapping, here you can see that 3 and 4 is closer, right? So you can see that after 1 and 2, 3 and 4 will come, and then 5 and 6 will come. So like that, by using those fragments, you can make the master sequence. So the same thing, whatever reads you have, that software does, that assemble the overlapping parts of the contig and assemble it. So today I'm going to teach you how to assemble those contigs, those reads, by using the software in very easy manner. So for that one, you need a very simple software, and very easily you can install in your PC. The name of the software which I'm going to teach you, that is known as BioEdit. Simply just do the Google, it's BioEdit. Click on BioEdit download. If I scroll this page, I will find this link, trusted download. It's around 12.4 MB. If I click over here, instantly the software downloading will start. Once it starts, once it get downloaded, then by just simply following the steps of next, you will be able to install the software in your PC. Okay. Once your software is installed in your PC, then what you can do, you can open the BioEdit. See here I'm opening since I have already downloaded and installed. So very simple, I am going to show you the simple interface of the BioEdit. Yeah, you have to just wait. And as I already told you, once you've isolated the DNA and you send it to any company for the sequencing, so they give you some chromatogram. So chromatogram is nothing, it's a pictorial representation of your sequence. Let me show you some chromatogram which I got for my sequence, right? So these are two chromatograms I got. So let me open first one. Whatever chromatogram you get from your company, see here, these are the chromatogram, these are the peaks which represent the different bases. Now definitely for the assembly purpose, I need ATGC, not this peak. So BioEdit can perform this task very easily. Automatically BioEdit, just by reading the chromatogram, it converts the peaks in the form of the ATGC, you see here. And if I scroll this chromatogram, you can see in the starting the peaks are not very sharp. If I move ahead, you can see the length of this one is very high, almost 1500 or more than that. But if you see the peaks, they are really bad, they're not good. You need the, for the accuracy, you need the sharp peak. You see up to 500, 600, the somehow the peaks are sharp, but later on you can see really flat peaks, and flat peaks are not reliable sequences. So this is the drawback with the Sanger method, which I discussed earlier. It's hardly 500, 700, up to 800 bases you can sequence reliably. So now what I'm going to do, simply just let me click over here, select the bases, go on the edit, click on copy sequence to clipboard FASTA format, so that these ATGC you can be able to copy in the FASTA format. What I am going to do now, just simply open the notepad. Some errors are there. You can, let me try if some problem is there. Otherwise, let me check. So I have opened the notepad, and whatever I copied, fortunately it is copied. There is no problem. So one config I have copied. I'm going to open the another config. So it's already, I think multiple copies I have opened. That's why it was showing the problem. Multiple time I've clicked. You might have noticed it. So no problem. So now let me close the first config, and again let me open the second config which I got from a company, from where I did the send it for the sequencing. So again I have the another chromatogram. The same step you have to perform with this also, so that you will be able to convert this chromatogram in the form of the ATGC. The same thing, let me click over here, go for the edit, click copy sequence to clipboard. Okay, if you click over paste, so now you have both the sequences in a single notepad. So easily now I can make the master sequence. Let me save. Now what I am going to do, let me close all the things which I opened till date. Right now let me open that notepad in which both the context was there. Let me go on the desktop, and here I saved in the form of the something notepad where both the sequences were in the FASTA format. You can see here both the sequences are there. By using both the sequences, I want to make a master sequence. How to make the master sequence means how to go for the quantic assembly. Very simple. Let me click over the first one. In your keyboard, one button is there, that is no shift. Keep holding the shift button and press on another sequence. Now your both of the sequences have been selected. You can see here that it is showing you the two total sequences. Now one application is there that is known as accessory application. Here you can find one option that is known as cap config assembly program. This is one of the program. With the help of that, you will be able to assemble the contigs. So let me click over the cap config assembly. Right? Here some parameters are there, like how many bases at least should be overlap in both the contigs. So it is 20. You can increase or decrease as you need, and at least 85% of them should be overlapping. So hereby what I am doing here, I am keeping the things as a default. Click on the run application. Also, we click on the run application, you can see certain some DOS like systems is going on. Here you can find many of the commands. So here what I'm going to do, I want to assemble both the contigs. So what I am typing here, let me type the SM, ASSEM, right? You see here the SM is written here. So simply let me type the SM and click on the enter. Once you entered, you can see within a fraction of minutes my both the sequences have been assembled. You can see that in the first config, see this is the first config, and you see the second config where you can find the dot. So up to 540 it is unique, and in the second one after 540, this is the reason which is, you can see up to certain 800 900 or something, it is showing the overlapping regions. See, you can see here, and after that, see, after 1500 something, this is again the unique one which is not present in the first one. So now by what software does, actually software overlap both the sequences, and whatever thing, suppose the first sequence have the T, here also T, so it is again have T, and your config have now both the sequences have been assembled, and your master sequence is ready, and that you can use for your downstream analysis for the identification of the bacteria. So now I want to copy this config assembled master program, masters one. So what for that one, what I can do, just simply click over the config, go on the edit and click on the copy sequence to clipboard, that is in the FASTA format. Now simply, now I have master sequence with me, which I can use for the bacterial identification. In my next video, I will teach you what to do with this assembled sequence. So now you can see you have one master sequence, that is contact assembled. So now these two sequences have been, I have assembled it, so there is no use. So now you have the master sequence, and this master sequence you can use for the bacterial identification or the phylogenetic analysis. So you do one thing, whatever the steps I told you, that you also can repeat the same. You can pause the video, you can install the BioEdit, and you can perform your own way. Then only you will get the confidence that how you can go for the contact assembly of 16S rDNA. I hope this video is going to enhance your bioinformatics skill, and it is going to definitely help you for the bacterial identification or metagenomic related studies. If you like the video, you can press button on like, you can share in your social media, and if you want to learn more and more bioinformatics related techniques, you can subscribe my channel. Thank you very much. See you in next video. Till then, take care. Namaskar.